तो 4-5 रुपए दे।
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let everybody join in, then we'll start the class. Just waiting for one more minute for everyone to join.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
क्या दिक्कत होती है आपको करने?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes,
afternoon,
today
ma'am.
is supposed to
Good
begin
afternoon.
the new chapter, right? Can you people hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope everybody else has completed their work.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Komal.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Vyo. Yesterday, somebody has shared. Did you people share? Vigyanshi is there. Did you share the PDF with me of the chapter?
No, ma'am, not PDF.
Okay, so send me the pictures of the chapter which you're supposed to begin with.
Ma'am, can you post them on the group today?
What's the work?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you don't need to share it
Ma'am,
in
you
the group.
posted it yesterday.
Yeah, I have shared the work yesterday only.
मैम हिस्ट्री का शुरू कर रहे हैं ना
Hanji, yeah, we'll begin with history.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम 7th B पे नहीं आया है वर्क.
Okay, let me share that in 7B as well. Right, children. So the chapter which we'll be starting today is 7th chapter of history, that is the making of regional cultures. Are we clear?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
everybody has their books, kindly open page number 73 of the history. Is everybody ready?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So, children, when we speak of India, right, you know that India is a culmination of many cultures, many languages, many religions, many regions, right? Now, in this chapter, we'll get to know about how these regional cultures come to be in place, right? Every culture has their own value, every culture has their own history, every culture has their own influence, right? So, we are going to talk about the culture of various regions of India. Okay, in today's world, it's very important for us to keep reminding us that India is country which has been known for its diversity, right? And when we speak of diversity, we get to know that India is the same land, right? Where we can get to see somebody wearing a turban, the other person might be wearing a tilak on his head, right? And you could find people of the northeast too, right? I hope you people got to know what happened in Dehradun recently. Is anyone aware of that? What happened in Dehradun, Aksa? What happened in Dehradun?
Ma'am, the BJP MP rape case.
No, no, that's not that. Batao.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, on the day of Christmas, people broke the Santa Clauses all over the roads
Santa
and they
Clauses.
start, yes, ma'am. And they
Okay.
just start shouting while they are
No.
making their
And
Christmas.
this also happened. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about something which happened to a northeastern guy in Dehradun. Anybody's aware of that? So what
No,
happened?
ma'am.
There was a northeastern
Ma'am,
guy. Yes.
ma'am, they were like calling him names. They were calling him
Yes,
Chinese.
exactly. Right. So you might be aware that this happens in the country that usually the northeastern people are being mocked for their looks, right? They are being called chinky, Chinese, this and that. Okay, till the time you're doing this as a healthy joking, then it's fine. But at times it takes very aggressive forms, you know. As a result of which, this teasing took such a vigorous form that they ultimately end up killing the boy, right? Just because he did not look like you and me. And this is what we need to understand that India is not one country where everybody is supposed to look unanimous. No. In India, people look different, people speak different, people eat different, people follow different religions, right? But this does not make anybody else less Indian, right? Being Indian, showing patriotism does not mean you need to look similar, you need to have similar values. No. Okay, so in this chapter, like whenever I try to teach you SST, I teach you many such terms, and I want to ensure that you inculcate these values in yourself. That being an Indian means abiding by the constitution, following the terms like fraternity, secularism. So these terms are not just to be read in books, they are to be followed, they are to be abided, right? They are to be understood. Okay, so now See, there are different ways to describe people. For example, we can describe the people on the basis of their clothes, their religion, their region, their paintings, their dance, or music, or the language they speak. Okay? Kind of same thing we have spoken about when we're talking about the tribal people. है ना? So we are also very much skeptical and we have many preconceived ideas about them as well. So, when we refer to a person as a Tamil or Punjabi, if I say that she is a Tamilian or he is a Punjabi, on what basis do I say that?
He belongs to the
Ma'am, language or the place they live?
सबसे पहले मैं किस चीज पे फोकस करूंगी मे बी ऑन their appearance, right? First, I would look on their appearance. On the basis of their appearance, I might consider them as a Punjabi, as a Tamilian, right? Or as an Assamese, right? Then the place they belong to, then the language they speak, and the kind of food they're eating, the kind of festivals they follow, right? Are we clear? Okay. So now this usually means that when we tell them, right, when we refer to a person as Tamil or Punjabi, this usually means that they like he or she speaks Tamil or Oriya and lives in Tamil Nadu, Odisha. Sometimes we take these as an identities for granted and assume that they have existed from time immemorial. कि वो हमेशा से ही यहाँ रहते आए हैं. क्या ऐसा था? क्या ऐसा है? क्या आइडेंटिटीज हमेशा से ही ऐसी रही है या फिर बाद में बनी है? बताइए.
Ma'am, they changed after all.
They changed. They
Ma'am, they
kept on.
changed.
Exactly, these identities have grown over time. In the previous chapter, do you remember we learned about Guru Nanak Dev Ji, right? So before Guru Nanak Dev Ji, was there Sikhism? Who started Sikhism?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Exactly. Okay. Just like before Prophet Muhammad, Islam was not there. Islam was introduced by, or Allah was found by, or he get to know about the teachings. It was Prophet Muhammad, I think, who got to know about this, as much as I know,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
He's the one who started it. So now, sometimes we take these as immemorial. However, the frontiers separating regions have evolved over time. In fact, they are still changing. ये जो regions हैं जो इन चीज़ों को define करते हैं वो regions भी बार बार change होते रहते हैं. Also, what we understood as regional cultures today are often a product of complex processes of intermixing of local traditions with ideas from other parts of the subcontinent. As we will see, some traditions appear specific to some regions. कुछ traditions ऐसे हैं जो कुछ regions में ही होते हैं, ठीक है, बाकियों में नहीं होते. जैसे कि अभी you all know that Maria ma'am has gone to Northeast,
Yes, ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
I was speaking to her, so she was telling me that there are still some tribal families, right? There's still some tribes जहाँ पे मतलब this is something which none of us would agree to. मतलब वहाँ पे when she went, she had to face difficulty in getting food because people used to eat dog meat there as well. Snakes they used to eat, and there are still some tribal communities which also eat the fetus of their babies. The fetus as well. They eat their own babies as well. The population is very less. They do not live with the rest of the society. But मतलब they are still there. और अगर हम बाकी communities की बात करें, so just like we talk about, I think, Bengalis. In Bengalis, fish is something which is eaten on every festival, right? But if we talk about the North Indian Hindus, they do not like to eat fish at all. They do not consume chicken at all. है ना? So everybody has their own different, different customs, different practices. सब cultures में कुछ चीजें अपनी उनकी specific है, right?
But now Hindus also eat meat and they are now started.
हिंदूज डू ईट मीट बट अभी जैसे हिंदूज का कल्चर ये नहीं है कि उनके फेस्टिवल पे बने हो, है ना? जैसे मुस्लिम्स में ईद पे बनता है, हमारे फेस्टिवल में नहीं बनता. हमारे यहाँ हम लोग ऐसे मतलब मंदिरों में नहीं रखते हैं. साउथ में देयर इज अ टेम्पल जहाँ पे यू गेट मीट एज प्रसाद. सो हर कल्चर का अपना अलग अलग कुछ ना कुछ वो रहता है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि अगर जो चीज़ हमारे कल्चर में नहीं हो रही है वो किसी और के कल्चर में हो रही है हम उसे कंडेम करें, राइट? हम अगर अपने कल्चर की प्रैक्टिस को रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं तो हमें दूसरे कल्चर की प्रैक्टिस को भी रिस्पेक्ट करना है. आपको नहीं करना, आप मत फॉलो करो, बट जस्ट डू नॉट बॉदर ऑफ दिस। जैसे भी कान्हा ने एक बात बोली कि मैम ये लोगों ने इस बार सब जगहों पे जाके मॉल्स वगैरह में जाके क्रिसमस सेलिब्रेशंस को हैम्पर किया, विच डू यू थिंक वाज इट राइट?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
एग्जैक्टली, नॉट एट ऑल। हम लोग तो बचपन से क्रिसमस मनाते, मतलब मनाते नहीं, बट वी हैव ऑलवेज बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ क्रिसमस सेलिब्रेशंस, राइट? एंड वी एंजॉय इट इन द सेम मैनर। जब हम स्कूल्स में दिवाली मना सकते हैं, रक्षाबंधन मना सकते हैं, राइट, तो हम क्रिसमस क्यों नहीं मना सकते हैं? है ना? तो ये तो गलत था। एंड दे डिड नॉट आस्क, नोबडी वाज आस्किंग। जब आप दिवाली की डेकोरेशन कर सकते हो सब जगह पे, तो क्रिसमस डेकोरेशंस भी हो सकती हैं। इंडिया इज वन नेशन जहाँ पे हम हर कल्चर, हर रिलीजन को रिस्पेक्ट करते आए हैं और करते रहना चाहिए। ओके, सो नाउ as we will see, some traditions appear specific to some regions, others seem to be similar across regions, and yet others derive from older practices in particular area but take a new form in other regions. जैसे कि अगर हम बात करें दिवाली की, ठीक है, दिवाली इज समथिंग जो सब जगह मनाई जाती है। गणपति फेस्टिवल, गणपति पहले सिर्फ कहाँ मनाया जाता था? Yes.
Maharashtra.
Yes, it used to be
Maharashtra.
celebrated very vividly in Maharashtra only, but this, now you see, even in North India, it is celebrated with a lot of enthusiasm, right? Isn't it? Although it wasn't a
Yes,
festival
ma'am.
of North India, North India में गणपति विसर्जन होता ही नहीं था, बट अब होने लगा है ना? तो वही बोल रही थी, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर इवॉल्विंग, कल्चर्स आर चेंजिंग, इवॉल्व हो रहे हैं, ठीक है? चलिए, अब हम बात करते हैं पहले मलयालम की, कि मलयालम कैसे डेवलप हुई। हाउ मलयालम डेवलप्ड अंडर द चेरा किंगडम। Who would read? Raise your hands if anybody has to read.
Ma'am, can I read?
Not like this. Oh, yes, Aradhya Sharma has raised her hand first. If you want to read, you need to raise your hand. Yes, Aradhya, you can read.
Development of Malayalam under Chera Kingdom. Malayalam is one of the most important Dravidian language. Malayalam is spoken mainly in India, where it is the official language of the state of Kerala and the Union Territory or of Lakshadweep. Now let us see how does the establishment of a kingdom help in the growth and development of a regional language.
Of
The
a
Chera
regional,
kingdom of
regional language.
Mahodayapuram was established in the 9th century in the southwestern part of the peninsula, part of present-day Kerala. Malayalam was the mother tongue of the people living in the region. The Cher rulers introduced the Malayalam language and script in their inscriptions. In fact, this is one of the earliest examples of the use of a regional language in official records in the subcontinent.
Okay, thank you so much, Aradhya. Before we
At the
proceed,
same time, the
wait,
Cheras also
Aradhya.
drew upon Sanskritic
Aradhya, stop.
traditions.
Yes, guys. So, before we proceed further, can somebody tell me what is the meaning of a subcontinent? What do you mean by subcontinent? What are they referring to? Yes, Kanha?
Ma'am, subcontinent are the continents some which have features of continent, but they are not a continent because due to the area, but they have all the features of continents.
Which subcontinent are we referring to in the text?
Ma'am, we are referring to India.
Exactly. We are referring to the Indian subcontinent. You all might be aware that India was known as a subcontinent when and usme we used to include all the parts like even Pakistan, Bangladesh, when these were a part of India, they were all a part of the Indian subcontinent. Okay. So we know that Malayalam वैसे किस स्टेट में बोली जाती है? Who will tell me?
Kerala.
Kerala. ठीक है. So we know that Malayalam is one of the most important Dravidian language, right? It is spoken mainly in India, जहाँ पे it is the official language of the state of Kerala, right? And the Union Territory of Lakshadweep. अगर हम बात करें लक्षद्वीप की और केरला की, तो वहां पर ऑफिशियली जो लैंग्वेज है उनकी वो क्या है? मलयालम, राइट? सो नाउ अब किसी किंगडम के स्टैब्लिशमेंट में, राइट, द जो भी होता है, किसी किंगडम का अगर स्टैब्लिशमेंट होता है तो वो किसी रीजनल लैंग्वेज के ग्रोथ और डेवलपमेंट में क्या रोल प्ले करता है, दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू सी इन दिस एक्सट्रैक्ट. नाउ सबसे पहले हमने बात की चेरा किंगडम की, जो कहाँ का था? महोदयापुरम का. इट वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन द 9th century इन द साउथ वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ द पेनिनसुला. ठीक है. व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय द पेनिनसुला? यस कान्हा.
Ma'am, a part or a piece of land which is covered from three sides of the water.
Discovered from all the three sides by water is known as the peninsula. हम इंडियन पेनिनसुला की बात कर रहे हैं. गुजरात के से नीचे का जितना भी एरिया आता है इंडिया का, जो वी शेप है, उसको हम इंडियन पेनिनसुला बोलते हैं, बिकॉज इट इज कवर्ड विद वाटर फ्रॉम ऑल द थ्री साइड्स, राइट? सो नाउ द चेरा किंगडम was established in the present day केरला. जहाँ पे आज केरला है, वहां पे कौन सा किंगडम स्टैब्लिश हुआ था? चेरा किंगडम, राइट? एंड मलयालम was the mother tongue of the people living in that region. उस region में जो भी लोग रह रहे थे उनकी मदर टंग क्या थी? मलयालम. The people living in उत्तर प्रदेश, उनकी मदर टंग क्या है? हिंदी.
Malayalam.
है. यूपी की बात की मैंने. ठीक है. So, the Chera rulers introduced the Malayalam language and script in their inscriptions. अब inscriptions क्या होते हैं, कोई बता सकता है मुझको? Can anyone tell me what are inscriptions? Apart from Kanha, would somebody else like to answer? हार्दिक जी बताएंगे. Yes, हार्दिक. Your voice is breaking, beta. I cannot hear you. Hardik, beta, your voice is breaking.
मैम may I?
Yes, Aryan.
मैम
Yes, Aryan. Speak, Aryan. Aryan, there. I cannot hear you. चलो प्रसन्न, तुम बताओ. What do you mean by inscriptions?
अरे मैं भूल गया.
What? Ashvik? What do you mean by inscriptions?
Madam,
Yes, David.
ma'am, scriptures are the ancient texts that are written on stone or a part of leaf.
एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. जो स्टोन्स पे एनग्रेव्ड होते थे, आपकी बुक में देखो ड्राइंग भी दे रखी है एक इंस्क्रिप्शन की. ठीक है. या द वेरी गुड हार्दिक. द पिक्चर्स कार्व्ड ऑन द पिलर्स टू डिपिक्ट कल्चर एंड ट्रेडिशन, है ना? सो दीज आर नोन एज इंस्क्रिप्शंस. ये आपने हिस्ट्री के चैप्टर 1 में पढ़ा था, 6th में भी और 7th में भी पढ़ा है. ठीक है. सो बेटा, जब इन्होंने अपने इंस्क्रिप्शंस लिखे, ठीक है, so they use the Malayalam language only to write their inscriptions, right? In fact, this is one of the earliest examples of the use of a regional language in the official records of the subcontinent. पहली बार ऐसा हुआ था किसी भी किंगडम ने अपने सबकॉन्टिनेंट के ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्ड्स बनाने के लिए अपनी रीजनल लैंग्वेज को यूज किया था. ठीक है. अब देखो, जब आगे जाके लोग पढ़ेंगे उन इंस्क्रिप्शंस को, ऑब्वियसली उनकी लैंग्वेज डेवलप होगी. एट द सेम टाइम द चेरास ऑल्सो drew upon Sanskrit traditions. उसके साथ उन्होंने संस्कृत traditions को भी देखा. The temple theatre of Kerala, which is traced to this period, borrowed stories from Sanskrit epics. राइट? आपने देखा ना केरला में वो डांसेस होते हैं, मलयालम, वो व्हाट वी कॉल द डांस, कथकली, राइट? एंड वहाँ पे जो डांसेस होते हैं, डांसेस में दे डिपिक्ट द स्टोरीज, राइट, लाइक रामायणा, द स्टोरीज ऑफ कृष्णा। किस बात पे इतनी हंसी आई है जसलीन? चैटिंग कर रहे हो बेटा पढ़ाई की जगह? तो पढ़ लो, बाद में चैटिंग कर लेना।
मैम चैटिंग नहीं कर रही वो।
हम्म, ऐसे तो ऐसे ऐसे चल पाएगा। ठीक है, सो क्या बताई थी मैं आपको? हाँ, so the first literary works in Malayalam dated to about 12th century are directly indebted to Sanskrit। मतलब पहली बार जो उन्होंने लिटरेचर लिखना शुरू किया तो उन्होंने संस्कृत के इन्फ्लुएंस में ही आके लिखा। Interestingly enough, a 14th century text, the Leela Tilakam, dealing with the grammar and poetics, was composed in Manipravalam, literally diamonds and corals, referring to the two languages, Sanskrit and the regional language that was Malayalam। ठीक है, एक बार इसको पढ़ लो, कुछ नहीं आया तो पूछ लो। गो फॉर इट क्विकली।
मैम डन।
एनी डाउट्स?
नो मैम।
एनीथिंग यू वांट आस्क? नो? चलो, अब the next topic is talking about rulers and the religious traditions. That's the Jagannath temple. Have you heard about the, like, have you ever seen the Jagannath temple? You know what it's famous for? Yes, Kana?
Ma'am, for it half crafted with wood statues, and ma'am the flag of Jagannath Mandir is also just depict to the direction of the wind.
Okay, and something else is it famous for?
Ma'am, for its beaches.
Yes, David?
Hmm.
Yes, David?
Ma'am, I think so. It's also famous for its that the top of the Jagannath temple, the shadow of the top of the Jagannath temple also falls in its court only.
Also false? So, देखो, one more thing, it is very
Also
famous.
falls in the court of the temple
Ma'am, it is
only.
part of the chart.
What
Ma'am,
kind?
even no bird flies on top of that temple, ma'am.
Yes, and it is very famous for its Puri Rath Yatra, right? That's a chariot festival which is celebrated there every year. Okay. So, in the previous case, we have studied how a kingdom helped in the development of a language. कि कोई kingdom जो है वो एक language की development कैसे help कर सकता है by writing its inscriptions in the regional language. Now, क्या religious traditions भी help कर सकते हैं उनके like king rulers अपने religious traditions को भी popularize करने में help कर सकते हैं, right? So now we'll see that how regional cultures grew around the religious traditions. ठीक है. Now, just a minute. So every year, right now I'm telling you, it's very, very, very famous. You should know about it. So every year in the month of June and July, right, जिसे हम हिंदी कैलेंडर के हिसाब से आषाढ़ बोलते हैं, ठीक है? So every in the month of June, July, during the month of Ashad, the Yath Yatra is observed in the temple town of Puri. Temple town जो है पुरी का, वहाँ पे रथ यात्रा निकलती है, and thousands of devotees flock and swarm over the temple city. मतलब इतनी भीड़ होती है, इतनी भीड़ होती है, लगता है लोग एक के ऊपर एक चढ़ गए, right? So this is a very nice terminology. Underline it, and ये आप अपनी daily vocabulary में use कर सकते हो. Flock and swarm. For example, you went to any place जहाँ पे बहुत भीड़ थी, right? So you could write this, that place was flocked and swarmed with people, है ना? So ऐसी vocab को हम underline करके use करेंगे अपनी daily language में. So, thousands of devotees flock and swarm all over the temple city to get a glimpse of Lord Jagannath. Glimpse का मतलब क्या होता है? एक झलक. Just to see one glimpse of the Lord, people, people try to get on the top of each other, and it's so crowded. It's full of people. People are loaded one upon each other, but still they go just because the devotion is so strong, right? Now, to date, आज तक, the local people or the local tribal make the wooden image of the deity. What do you mean by deity?
Ma'am, Lord is only known as deity.
The gods are known as deity. Chapter first जो था ना history का, उसमें बताया था मैंने आपको. When we read about the new changes, new deities emerged. Then I told you all deity means gods and goddesses, and everybody sitting blank here. Very good. राइट. सो जो आज तक वहाँ के जो लोकल ट्राइबल्स हैं वो डाइटी की वुडन इमेज बनाते हैं, राइट, एंड विच सजेस्ट दैट द डाइटी वाज ओरिजिनली अ लोकल गॉड हु वाज लेटर आइडेंटिफाइड विद विष्णु. पहले वो एक लोकल गॉड थे, बाद में वो लोगों ने उनको विष्णु जी के साथ एसोसिएट करना शुरू कर दिया. In the 12th century, one of the most important rulers of the Ganga dynasty, that was Anantavardhanam Varman, decided to erect a temple for Purushottam Jagannath at Puri. फिर बाद में जो वहाँ के रूलर बने, उन रूलर का इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीफ था, इतना अच्छा फेथ था लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ में, that he decided to make a temple for him, right? Subsequently, in 1230, King Ananga Bhima III dedicated his entire kingdom to the deity and proclaimed himself as the deputy of the god. उन्होंने लगा कि वो गॉड के सर्वेंट हैं, उन्होंने अपना पूरा का पूरा किंगडम जो था वो पूरा का पूरा उन्होंने भगवान को डिवोट कर दिया. As the temple gained importance at the center of pilgrimage. Pilgrimage का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा?
मैम तीर्थ.
Ma'am, a holy place.
A holy place, तीर्थ यात्रा को pilgrimage कहते हैं, right? So as the temple gained in importance as a center of pilgrimage, its authority in social and political matters also increased. जितना वो temple popularized होता गया, वैसे वैसे उस kingdom की भी importance बढ़ती गई. All those who conquered Odisha, such as the Mughals, the Marathas, the English, they all attempted to gain control over the temple. Because उन्हें लगा था अगर control करेंगे temple पे, then वो पूरे के पूरे kingdom को अच्छे से control कर पाएंगे, right? They felt that this would make their rule acceptable to the local people. कि local people उनको तभी value करेंगे, उनकी तभी बात मानेंगे जब वो temple पे rule कर पाएंगे. ठीक है, समझ में आया? तो देखो, एक रिलीजियस कस्टम या एक रिलीजियस कल्चर ने उस रीजन को इतना वैल्यूएबल बना दिया, राइट? पहले कोई पुरी को जानता ही नहीं था. पुरी बिकेम सो फेमस बिकॉज ऑफ लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ, बिकॉज ऑफ पीपल्स untamely devotion to Lord Jagannath, right? Are we clear? Right, आजकल देखो जैसे Vrindavan is so much popular. Vrindavan is the talk of the town. People are coming from areas, from various places to visit Vrindavan. Right, similarly, what do we have near Nainital? Neem Karoli Baba. Right, people's faith in the Baba became so strong that people from all